Hello student, today we will start a very new topic, that is a mechanical brake. So what is mechanical brake? Mechanical brake is a system and a system used to slow down or stop the moving system uh, at rest. So how it will be possible? So this will be done by making an arrangement. So this arrangement we called it as a mechanical brake system. So in mechanical brake system or mechanical brake system classification, type radial brake system, in that type we have some brake called a single block or shoe brake. So mechanical brake is classified into mechanical brake, pneumatic brake, hydraulic brake, electrical brake. So in mechanical brake is classified into radial brake and axial brake, and in axial brake we have disc brake, but in radial brake we have shoe brake, band brake, or band and block brake. So in your syllabus we have this radial brake. So this is a very first brake that you need to study, that is a shoe brake or a single brake. So this brake is generally used in trains. So how it will work? So we need to study that. So how it will be work? So I am now drawing this system on this screen. So check this. This is called a shoe, and this is called a drum. So shoe is attached with the drum, and here we fix this lever. This is a lever. Shoe is attached with the lever, and this drum is attached with this shoe drum. This is shoe, this is drum, this is fulcrum, that is a fixed in this point, and I call this point as O, and P is the effort applied by a system that is from our side. This is manual system, or by any mean this is our effort to stop or to slow down the system, running system. So how it will work? So when I put this pressure effort on this shoe to drum, this force, there is a reaction above R, and when it rotate, if it rotate clockwise, the frictional force act opposite to this in this direction, that is frictional force, and passes from point O, that is fulcrum. There are 2-3 cases when fulcrum is down below this and fulcrum is above this line of action of friction. If it is below, I called it is down as a O1 and above O2, and in the position of this line of action of frictional force, I called it as O is the point of fulcrum, and this is all about the arrangement. So now I am discussing about the system where the frictional force passes from the axis of fulcrum. So how it will work? So ये सब फोर्सेस हैं. जैसे ये ड्रम है, अब ड्रम क्लॉकवाइज रोटेट कर रहा है. ड्रम इज़ रोटेटिंग क्लॉकवाइज और सिस्टम इज़ रोटेटिंग क्लॉकवाइज. फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स एक्ट अपोजिट, एज वी नो दैट फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स ऑलवेज एक्ट अपोजिट टू the system motion. System is rotating clockwise, it acts reversely, and this is in this direction. But in case of shoe, अगर हम shoe की बात करें तो इस पे क्या होगा? इसमें उल्टा होगा. अगर फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स यहाँ पर इस तरीके से रोटेट कर रहा है, फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स इस तरफ लेफ़्ट साइड जा रही है, तो इस केस में जो शू होगा इस पे राइट साइड की तरफ जा रही होगी, बिकॉज़ ये एक सिस्टम है. बिकॉज़ इस तरीके से इसका फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम बनता है. आपने शायद मैकेनिक्स में पढ़ा होगा ये सब. सो दीज आर सम बेसिक थिंग. So now I am only discuss the complete system, not a single system, because this arrangement I'm talking about, this arrangement, this is shoe, this is drum, and it is rotate clockwise according to question. I'm taking clockwise, and I just want to clear you the free body diagram, how these forces come on to the each system. When it is rotate clockwise, frictional force oppositely act, that I write it as F, this, and then reaction force, then how when we push the effort applied from this shoe to drum, force P is applied manually, that is effort जब लगाया इस पे, तो इसका reactional force क्या होगा, act opposite, that act opposite to this, and this I write it as R as a reactional force. And this is all about the free body diagram. Now we will make a movement at point O, that is a fulcrum point, and the distance B and A is given accordingly from the different position. So you must know the distance that I wrote on this sheet. So please carefully see all that distance. So this is a free body diagram. This is not a free body diagram, this is a basic line diagram, and I solve all the forces accordingly. So here we have this fulcrum point. So what I am talking about the fulcrum. Fulcrum is along in the direction of this frictional force. Why I put this is in the direction, when I put, as you studied in mechanics, when I take the movement about O, the movement of this frictional force becomes zero, because it is in the line of this line, it is in the direction of this line of this action of this moment of inertia along this frictional force. But if I took this frictional this point above this, like this is point O, if I take point here, then line of action of frictional force is this, and this here we have some value called C, and then we have that moment of inertia is created by frictional force along this anti-clockwise direction, that is F into C is the moment of inertia at that time. But when we have this point, if we have this point, fulcrum point is below this original, this point O, that is below this frictional force, and distance is C or something else. So here also we have this moment of inertia about this. If we will take the moment of inertia below this actual fulcrum point, then we have a moment of inertia of frictional forces, because we have because it is not in the same line, we have some distance, and then a moment is created also by the frictional force. But now I am taking a simple problem, that is so I discussed the three phase of this cases of this single block or a shoe brake system, case 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry 1, 2, 3. So in one case, fulcrum is in the straight line of this frictional force, and second it may be above, or in the third case it may be below at some distance, whatever accordingly in question. You must have an idea and a knowledge of this. So I am discussing three cases in this single case, that is fulcrum, that is the frictional force is in the same line of this fulcrum point O. So now what is going on, that is this point is O, and this is a line, this P is the force effort applied, and here we have this reactional force intermediate this lever, So I am supposed to taking this line as an intermediate, and this is at extreme, and P is at extreme, and R is at intermediate point. So what will happen? So this is a moment of inertia created by P force, effort force, and distance is B. So it will be P into B. This is moment of inertia by effort. So next, what is R? R is the reactional force, and distance is A, but it is anti-clockwise, opposite to the effort force, and the quantity of this force is R into the value of this force is R into A. The distance is A, about from point O. O is the fulcrum, taking moment of inertia about fulcrum, and the frictional force is 0 because it crosses the same point. The line of action passes through the taking the moment of point of moment of inertia, so the frictional value is 0. So what we get, this here you can see this RA is equal to, or RA is equal to PB, because this force is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise, this is equal in value. So this we get from the moment of inertia about point O. So what is the value of R is PV. By transferring or shifting this, we will get the reactional force R. So this is the reaction that come when this effort is applied, when this such arrangement is made, and when we applied effort, the reaction come onto the shoe is depend on this value. So what is frictional force? Frictional force, as we know, that mu into R. So put the value of R here, so you will get the value of friction force. This is PBA, this value. This is a frictional force value. So what is braking torque? So braking torque is the torque applied on the system to stop the system that is rotating. So how we rotate that friction? By putting force, and the force we put to stop the system, and it has some frictional value, because अगर कोई गाड़ी चल रही है किसी स्पीड से, 100 की स्पीड से चल रही है, तो उसे रोकने के लिए हमें उसके अपोजिट फोर्स लगाने पड़ेगी, दैट इज़ 100. उसके अपोजिट फोर्स लगाने पड़ेगी 100, सो दैट कि वो रुक जाए. सो तो जो रेजिस्टेंस फोर्स होगी, वी कॉल्ड इट एज फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स. सो जो फोर्स होगा, जो ब्रेकिंग टॉर्क होगा, तो वो भी तो होगा, फोर्स लगाना पड़ेगा उतना कि सो दैट कि उस ब्रेकिंग टॉर्क को हम रोक सके. दैट इज़ द टॉर्क बी, दैट इज़ frictional value into R is the radius of drum. So the torque value TB is torque. This is mu PBR by A, by putting all the value as we have calculated above. So the drum moving with velocity v and braking distance is s, means कि कुछ स्पीड से वो चल रहा था जब हमने ब्रेक लगाई, और कुछ वो डिस्टेंस मूव किया और उसके बाद वो रुक गया. दैट इज़ द वर्क डन. वर्क डन क्या होता है? फोर्स अप्लाई जो हमने किया और वो कितना मूव किया. सो दैट इज़ द फोर्स इज़ फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स हमने उस पर लगाई. फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स इज़ नॉट अप्लाइड फोर्स. वी अप्लाइड फोर्स is P, that is the effort applied force is P, but the frictional force is the resistance force जो उसको रोकती है, that is equal to the our work done. So जो हमने काम किया वो जो उसको रोका गया by the resistance force, वो बराबर होता है. So इसलिए मैं यही बात आपको समझा रहा हूँ कि द वर्क डन अगेंस्ट फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स क्या होगा, फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स, और वो कितनी देर के में रुक गया, दैट वैल्यू, और इसकी वैल्यू हमने यहाँ ये निकाल दी है. और जो हमने काइनेटिक एनर्जी लॉस हुआ, जो हमारी एनर्जी लॉस हुई क्योंकि सिस्टम रन कर रहा है, दैट इट हैज़ सम काइनेटिक एनर्जी and the system is having some mass. It has also its some value, that is moment of inertia, that is rotating. So rotating moment, this moment of inertia, rotation moment of inertia. So we have this value जो हमने जो सिस्टम जिस स्पीड से चल रहा था, that this is the system's work done. System is running with this energy. So this energy is equal to this energy, because this energy stop this energy, and this energy is resistance energy against this applied energy. So this is equal. When it is equal, therefore we can stop our system. So the kinetic energy loss, that is the loss of energy, equal to work done against the friction. तो जो एनर्जी लॉस हुआ, 100 की स्पीड से गाड़ी चल रही थी, हमने उसे रोक दिया. सो क्या हुआ, एनर्जी लॉस हुआ, और जो हमने रोका जिसे, दैट इज़ आवर वर्क डन अगेंस्ट फ्रिक्शन, जो हमने उसे रोका. सो द काइनेटिक एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू द वर्क डन अगेंस्ट फ्रिक्शन. जो फ्रिक्शन ने काम किया, वो जो फ्रिक्शन ने काम किया, दैट इज़ इक्वल टू द काइनेटिक, दैट इज़ द काइनेटिक एनर्जी लॉस. सो द फ्रिक्शनल द वर्क हेयर आई रोट इन द साइड, द वर्क ऑन फ्रिक्शन जो है, दैट इज़ वेस्टेड, यहाँ साइड पे लिखा है. सो दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट दिस सिंगल ब्रेक shoe brake or a shoe brake. This is called shoe, this is called drum, this is a lever and fulcrum, and this is applied force. This is all about this system brake. So now we will move to the next slide, that is double shoe brake. So what is double shoe brake? In the same manner I discussed the last, that is a shoe brake. So here we have this double shoe, this shoe in the left side, this shoe in the right side. So the system is same, but in this case I am taking two cases. When I drawed only one figure, but I took two cases when fulcrum is in the line of action of frictional force, and when it is not in the line of action of frictional force and have some value C. So in the first case I am taking the fulcrum, that is fulcrum passes through the frictional force passes through the fulcrum in first case, and second case when fulcrum force is not passing through the when the frictional force is not passing through the fulcrum. So here I am taking two cases. In the first case, same, this is the drum, this is rotating. The rotation is also matter. This rotation is omega, this omega is the angular rotation. So this is rotating anti-clockwise, and when it is anti-clockwise it is moved like this, and frictional force act opposite to this, that is from in the left side I wrote it as FL, and in the same this effect when it passes through the right hand side, the frictional force on shoe is in such direction opposite to the rotation FR. So this frictional force is acting opposite to each other when two shoe is on the same drum. So, and the drum is rotating anti-clockwise, and L is the effort applied from left, and PR is the effort applied from the right side, and the respective distances are given in the right side A and B, below and above as shown in the figure, and r is the radius of this drum. So first, assuming the frictional force passing through the fulcrum, and this is fulcrum. When it is passing through the fulcrum, the force value, the moment is created by frictional force, is 0. So in the first case, I am not taking the value, the moment value of this frictional force in the left side, and also in the right side the moment value is 0. So now I have only two forces, that is PL, effort applied, and the reactional force. So now what will happen? FL is equal to mu. So I wrote it in the side and directly put the value here. So and what will happen? RL, taking moment at point O, that is the fulcrum point. RL is in this anti-clockwise direction, and A is equal to, the distance is A, so this value is like this, and P is this is in clockwise direction, and this P value is A plus B. So what is the value of R? RL is equal to P A plus B upon A. So directly I put this value here, and we have this mu is equal to PL A plus B upon A. So like same with this FR, that is the frictional force on the right side of this, and we will get this value on the screen. So when the frictional force is not passing through the fulcrum, what will happen? Now I am including this frictional force FL into C, because this it has some value. This value is C. This value is C now. So the movement is this clockwise along this fulcrum. This include this plus add. Why I add this? Because this effort force is in clockwise direction and this frictional force same in clockwise direction, so I add this here, and is equal to reactional force anti-clockwise. So from this I put the value. FL is the frictional force, so I can write it is with mu RL dot C. Then I can put this value PL A plus B upon A minus this value. So where from where we will get this? So you have this value, so you have to use you are using this value from here and here, so you will get this easily. So now you will get by getting all these value, and by shifting you will get RL, that is the reaction force in the left of this drum on shoe, and this FL, that is the left side frictional value, that is mu PL A plus B upon A minus mu C. A, B and C are the distances, and mu is the coefficient of friction value. PL is the PL is the applied force in the left side, and this is, we will get this equation, as well as we will get this equation. So it is very simple to calculate FL and FR value. So here we have one important point, that is in double shoe brake system, the reactional forces produces left and right side बैलेंस द सिस्टम. ये बैलेंस करती है लेफ़्ट और राइट साइड से जो रिएक्शन आ रही हैं बैलेंस करती हैं, बट दिस इज़ नॉट हैपन इन द केस ऑफ सिंगल ब्रेक. सो इट इज़ much balanceable than the previous, that is a single shoe system. So it has some balancing property. It is a better mechanical balancing system. So This is all about the double shoe system. Now we'll move to the next slide. That is the last slide of this brake, mechanical brake system, that is a single band brake and differential band brake. In a single band, what is band? This is the band on this drum. बैंड इज़ लाइक दैट इज़ द पुली. जैसे पुली में, जैसे मशीन, आटा चक्की की मशीन में वो जो बेल्ट रहता है, लाइक दैट वे वी हैव सम बैंड एंड सम टेंशन, some the tension forces. We have some, this tension is on this belt when it is rotate. So with the help of this belt, we stop this by putting effort here P, and we have this belt over this drum. So with this effort we stop this drum. We can stop this drum. So here we have this simple system. In the simple system, when it is so one thing I just want to tell you, this is the way. So from here this belt is over this pulley. So this touch here, suppose it touch here and here, so the value of this angle, so this angle is important. This angle is important, and this angle we call it this angle as a theta. सो ये बताता है कि ये बेल्ट जो है कितना एंगल वो कांटेक्ट में है इस पूरे ड्रम के. सो एक चीज़ ये आपको बतानी थी. और एक दीज आर द टेंशन फोर्सेस. और सपोज़ अगर ये ये एंटी क्लॉकवाइज रोटेट कर रही है और इट एंटर द ड्रम इन सच फ्रॉम दिस साइड. सो ये जो साइड होगा आपका, ये साइड आपका टाइट साइड होगा और दिस साइड इज़ लूज साइड. सो बेल्ट जो है, सो बैंड है, एक साइड टाइट रहता है, एक साइड लूज रहता है. सो दिस इज़ द टाइट साइड. व्हेन इट एंटर, एज इट enter the system, and that side, the belt is called it as tight side. So this is one formula that you must know this formula. So directly get this formula, this exponential, this mu theta. Remember this directly. This that T1 is the tension. This ratio of tension is exponential of mu theta. Theta is this contact angle, as I now told you. So this difference, the braking torque on this drum is the difference. This difference of this torque, that is torque with this brake, is difference T1 and T2. R is this radius of this drum. So when PB is equal to this force applied is equal to torque T and this distance A, and this is in the anti-clockwise direction when it moves in anti-clockwise direction. And when it is moving in the clockwise direction, this is the tight side. And in that case, this value is T2 into A. So in the differential brake, system, so differential brake system, we have this structure like this. So here we put this effort force, this P applied force, and this distance is B and L. Carefully see all the distances. T1 is the tension, T2 is this tension, theta is the contact angle, R is the radius of this drum. So when this force P is applied, so this is in this direction, anti-clockwise direction. So the tight side is in the same direction, and this loose side in this direction, and we will get this PL, and O is the fulcrum, that is the point, and the moment of inertia about this point when it rotate anti-clockwise. So we'll get PL is this T2B minus T1 minus TA, this. So when the same thing happen in the clockwise direction, when we all this happen in clockwise direction. So this equation comes this equation. So now for the self-locking brake, I just want to discuss the self-locking case. So for the self-locking case, this applied force, P is the applied force, is having a value is less than or equal to 0. P should be negative, that is effort is negative, means not applied anything, or when we have not put anything, that is effort is 0. And when it is also when effort is in the negative value, or it is having 0 value, then we will see that the self locking ने खुद ब खुद वो लॉक हो जाना, खुद ब खुद लॉक हो जाना, विद नो एफर्ट रिक्वायर्ड, मतलब कोई एफर्ट नहीं लगेगा. तो उस कंडीशन में क्या होगा, ये जो इक्वेशंस आई हैं उसे ही हम लोगों ने मॉडिफाई किया लाइक दिस. और इसका जो P वाली साइड है, इसे हमने टेक लिया है कि P अगर लेस दैन इक्वल टू 0 होगा तो P की जगह हमने ये वैल्यू डाल दी T2B माइनस T1 दिस TA. तो पता चला हमें ये इक्वेशन मीन्स T1 बाई T2 ग्रेटर दैन इक्वल टू B बाई A. तो ये कंडीशन होगी फॉर एंटी क्लॉकवाइज रोटेशन व्हेन T1 बाई T2 इज़ ग्रेटर दैन इक्वल टू B1 बाई BA for self locking, that is no effort is required or 0 effort is required. For the clockwise rotation, so same is that case, P force is less than equal to 0 होना चाहिए. तो put the same value here in the place of P. So we will get this T1 by T2 is less than equal to A by B. That is the condition of self-locking in clockwise rotation case. So this is all about the differential band brake. So the condition for this self-locking brake, effort load applied is negative or 0. For self-locking means self-locking खुद ब खुद बिना एफर्ट के वो चीज़ को रोक देना, दैट इज़ सेल्फ लॉकिंग. सो इसका है कि नो एफर्ट इज़ अप्लाइड, इट इज़ बेनिफिशियल, दैट इज़ हमें कोई काम नहीं करना पड़ेगा. ऑपरेट मीन्स ब्रेक इज़ कंट्रोल द ऑपरेटर, नो एफर्ट इज़ अप्लाइड बाय ऑपरेटर मीन्स ब्रेक इज़ नॉट इन द कंट्रोल ऑफ ऑपरेटर. सो इट इज़ नॉट बिग एडवांटेज बिकॉज ऑपरेटर के हाथ में ही नहीं है ये सब. तो मीन बैंड ऑटोमेटिकली ग्रैब द ड्रम, खुद ब खुद उसे रोक देगा एंड स्टॉप इट. एंड नॉट डिज़ायरेबल मीन्स समवेयर it has a 0 effort value, but somewhere it can damage the system because things must be in our control. When we have very big system or very fast moving system, so in that case if it will automatically stop, so it create jerk or shocks, or it can damage the operator also. So this is not desirable for them. So this is all about the brake, and I discussed many cases in a single case. So I will share some material to you, so you will follow that after watching this video, and you will definitely clear your doubt and know about this more about this brake. So this is all about brake. So we will continue next topic of theory of machine in my next video. So till then, thank you.